And I love getting flamed on my workshop builds that I posted like 3 years ago. It's awesome.
Yeah, you gotta love when people do that.
Yeah, he's like, I don't even understand why you put this on the workshop. It's so underpowered in comparison to. He's talking about the Augur 3 HV or whatever. Way more underpowered than the tier 2 version. Like, it's 2 years ago. Like, things have changed.
A lot has changed.
Yeah, like, you can't judge a build that was on the workshop 2-3 years ago based on now. Like, this was before release, you know? Like, this was Alpha 11 or something. Ah, Filbert released the Atheos too, eh?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, he's been
sweet.
mad releasing stuff. His excuse the other day was the fact that with the new one, he's up at like 4 in the morning every morning.
Yeah, I can imagine. Hey, Annie, what's up? What's up, Daedric? What? Wait, my Alpha 9 builds won't work anymore? Nah. That's what it's like. I just honestly, I want to shut my workshop down or just take everything that's not current down. It's frustrating. It's like, and I get those comments every day.
Yeah, luckily I don't have a lot up there, so I don't have those comments yet.
No, so I went to go on the server because I was gonna back up my blueprints and it wasn't up, and I was like, wait, what? Why is the server down? I was thinking it was the time to restart. And then I forgot that I said that season 3's over like before the stream. I'm like, oh shit. I'm kidding, by the way. I was back. Man, Donk, don't be saluting, man. Get in the channel. What are you doing? What's Donk doing? Donk's phoning it in today? Come on, buddy. Who else is gonna say certified? I mean, I don't think DW could do it very well.
No.
Yeah, no. It'd be ridiculous. Hey, what's up, Matt? Garaman! Super hype.
I thought you wanted competent people in chat today, so.
No, dude. We have such overcompetent people, like in the admin team, that we gotta balance it out with us, you know?
Okay, that makes more sense.
What are you talking about, Donk? You're gonna read the whole list of season 4 changes and
Oh, you think I can read? Oh, wow. I don't know what you're talking about, Annie. I finally sound back to my normal self.
Nostalgia season. Oh my god, you could imagine, like,
The ladybug is back.
Yeah. I'll
If it
take
wasn't
the drill hole maker thing, thank you.
If it wasn't a whole lot of effort for me, I would start the server with a vanilla. And then when people said, "Oh, it's vanilla," then swap it over.
That would be messed up. Funny, but messed up.
Oh, guys, so thanks to Annie No Aim, I looked and Twitch actually offers us affiliates more badges for beyond a year. So when I started streaming, it was only up to a year that I could do badges, but now it's up to 4 years. So I was able to add 1.5 and 2 years so far. I'm gonna add more all the way up to 4 years. So those of you that have been subbed for over a year, like Garaman here, you got the Crucible now. I see Annie's got the hammer, and then there'll be more and more as you go forward. Because I know Annie's been subbed for more than 2 years there. So coming soon, guys, in the next couple days. It just takes a lot to. I gotta find the right image, and then I gotta size it and do all this weird stuff. So I'll get them going, man. But yeah, definitely big hype. Lots of tenure in the chat. So yeah, dude, definitely. Chudster with the sword! Golden broadsword hype! Ah, Voyager, you'll get there, man. Nice.
Welcome to XBC!
Hey, look at that. Garriman popping off a 20-month resub. Nice. As long as you feel pretty, Bollinger, that's all that matters.
Welcome to XBC!
Was that a Pink song? Oh, look at that. Filbert popping off a gift sub to Bollinger. There you go, man. Big hype. Look at you, Karambit hype. Hell yeah. Hey. Big hype to Filbert. Thanks, man. You think we should start this thing, or should they just look at the keyboard the whole time? I feel like you guys should just look at the keyboard for a while. It'd be fun.
I think we've already wrapped up season 4.
Yep. Thanks for joining us, guys. Have a wonderful
we
day.
Ready to launch? We go? I mean, I'll start, man. Let's go. Let's do it. Donk, you feel like playing today?
Certified. Wait. Yeah. Wait, what are we playing? I'm confused.
Empyrion, Galactic Survival. What's that?
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm building in it as we speak right now.
It's a cool game, man.
I should try it out sometime.
Welcome to XBC! Welcome to
Hey guys,
XBC.
what's going on? Excalibur here, and I am here with Darkest Warrior, El Donk. And today is the... Wow, I said that wrong, and I'm all messed up now. Welcome to the Anvil Reforged Eden Community Server Season 4 live Q&A. Today we're going to be discussing all things Season 4. We're going to be letting you guys know what's the same, what's changing. We're going to be revealing some new Anvil exclusive assets. We're going to be discussing a lot of stuff. We're just going to be getting into it and getting all your questions answered, hopefully. Bring up some things maybe we didn't think of as we're preparing the server for Season 4 launch. So, yeah, what's up, Darkest? What's up, Donk?
What's up, man?
Hey. And don't forget Bossman's here for the hard questions.
And Boss Man, what's up, boss? I don't have the list up in the corner like I usually do. So I don't know why Discord doesn't do that anymore. Bossman's here, right? Bossman.
Yeah, he's muted.
Oh, okay, cool. No problem. No problem. Is the music too? I should turn down the music a little bit, right? It's kind of. I knew I was gonna have to alt tab. I don't even know why I thought I wasn't gonna have to. So I guess let's kind of go into it here. Darkus, I will let you look at the it's not even a spreadsheet. What's this thing called? A document? I'll let
Doc?
Yeah, I'll let you look at the Word doc and tell me what's up with the Word doc. I don't see the little paperclip guy, so I don't know what's going on. Did they get rid of him or what happened? He was cool, man.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with him. Maybe he got melted in a tragic accident. So I guess we'll start off season 4 date.
Oh. Whoa. Wait, what?
That's the first thing on the list. Bossman jumps right into it.
Hold on. What? I feel like that should be last. You're going to say that first? Is there even a date?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's messed up. That's just messed up.
Oh.
So yeah, I guess we'll save that for the end. We don't have a firm one yet, so we'll chat about it.
All right.
I guess what we'll start off with is probably best to just kind of go through the admins and their roles.
Cool.
And this applies to the whole community, not just for on servers. So I don't know how much of this you want me to take over, or you want to do it, or.
No, go ahead. You sound a lot more professional. Like you actually know what you're talking about. So I think it's better coming from you.
All right, so we'll start off with the admin roles for the Discord. Obviously, we've had a couple additions to the team over the last couple of months. So on Discord, our main admins over there, community admins and higher, are Krellis, who everybody's well familiar with, myself. Encryptoid is new to the crew. He was our gracious provider of the Tetherport mod that we use on the server. Bone Dog, Bossman, who handles most of the submissions and various other tasks that we would be lost without Bossman.
Yeah, dude. Big eye for Bossman. Holy crap.
Zovia, who helps manage the Discord and who yells at us when we create channels without her permission.
Or deletes them. Can't forget that one.
Dude.
We have Annie, who everybody is well aware.
And he
I'm
takes
familiar
care
with.
of the memes, man. That's the important part. He makes sure the memes are working good. No, he does a lot more, guys. He's a very active admin Discord.
People are very familiar with Annie's strict policy and channels that should not have text on the Discord.
Ooh.
And the last Discord admin that is new to the team is Filbert Farmer.
Hey! And you're
So
welcome to join the chat too, Filbert. Any admins that are, here and, you want to jump in, I'll power to you, man.
So yeah, now we'll cut into the admin roles on the server. These will be broken up a little bit, kind of a brief description of their roles. So we'll start off. We'll start off from the bottom of the support. I'll do it this way. Each level that we move up, they have the same roles and responsibilities of the previous one. They just have more. So starting off at the low level, we have content support, which we have Filbert, we have Maris, we have Eldonk, we have Why Do You Want to Know, and we have one of our newest members onto that team, Bobbin, who everybody's familiar with his new models that he's created for Reforged Eden.
Oh,
So basically, the content support people, they're just that. They're there to support any content, whether it be server content, whether it be streaming content, models, anything along those lines. That's what they're there for. Some of them also get adventurous and they will respond to tickets in game, but that is not their primary responsibility. They're there for that content support. So next we move up to the server event team. This team, they're the ones responsible for all those lovely Sunday events we do, base tours, anything along those lines. They're the ones to organize it, sort it out, and get it all set up on the server. So we have Pear, who fearlessly leads the event team. We have JTK E-Gaming, and we have RT Buko, and we have our newest member onto that team, Matt CZ. So moving up from there, we have in-game support. We have Chronologic, who these people are, their main role is responding to tickets and helping out on the server as required. Whether it's somebody
AKA
gets.
Too. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
No, sorry. Chronologic is also a moral titan in the server, so he has two different names, so people might not know him as Chronologic.
Yeah. Then we also have Steel Dragon. We have Ice Wolfen, and we have Boss Man as well. So these people, they'll be generally the ones that either answer your tickets or help direct you on the server when you run into issues. And then we have the highest level. We have the server management team, which is Krellis, myself, and Encryptoid. The three of us were responsible for the safe care and management of the hamsters that power the server. So anything that, any tickets that can't be answered at a lower level, we're the ones that respond to those ones, as we have direct access to the server and can do a little bit more high-powered ticket response than the others. So overall, I'd say on both sides we have a very solid admin team. Yeah, that's my opinion there. So,
so the important reason why we're going over the admin roles is, we always get a good influx of new people, and we've steadily been getting new people as we go along. And because we've been off season, kind of, let's not say off season, but really the focus has not been. I guess we'll say it. We have been kind of off season. Season 3 has gone on for over 7 months. I will say that people were still very active in the season 3 all the way up until the end. Me and Donk did our reset. Filbert did a reset. Like, lots of people did resets as well to try to get revamped into it and everything. But at the end of the day, information spreads mainly through, my channel, Donk's channel, Fred's channel, Script's channel. And, so this information, based on the server, based on discussion that the streamers having with the community, that's how a lot of the information gets translated if you don't catch it in the Discord. So because our community Discord doesn't have a rules channel, it doesn't have like this long laid out thing you have to do guidelines before you join, because we like to do that organically. This is the organic way we're doing it. We're basically letting the new people know that have joined recently that this is the format of our admin team, their primary responsibilities, so that when you have an issue, be it on Discord, be it in the server, or otherwise, you would know where to direct your questions or concerns, and kind of the proper kind of method of doing that. I mean, at the end of the day, we're not very strict, but we do set some things in place so that it's easier for the admins to kind of do their role. They're volunteering for this role. It's purely out of love for the community and to better the community moving forward. So, but they also all play the game and they all participate in the season. So, they're also playing. So we don't want them to have to only be wearing the admin hat at all times. We want them to be able to enjoy the season as well. So, when it comes to in-game stuff, oh, I fell out of my SV because Elion, then you know that you would go to in-game support. There's a procedure on how to put in a ticket to get somebody to sort that out for you. If it's a Discord issue, you know that we have community admins that are in charge of administrating the Discord. You know, if it's a event, you know, a good idea for a new event, or an issue with, you know, a previous event, something went wrong, I didn't get the credits that I deserved for the pod race, or whatever it is, you know that you would go to the event team and they would handle that. So on and so forth. So we've kind of we've cleaned up the admin team a little bit, in that, you know, that person's highest and primary role is the role that they're responsible for. Now, it doesn't mean that, you know, Darkest is known to take tickets in the server and, you know, everything like that. Just go to who you need to go to first, and then let it escalate from there. So yeah, I think that covers the roles. I think we're good with that. Also, let me take a second to also go over, you know, kind of all of the Discord roles in general. Kind of the format of that. So the highest and most important role, I would say, I guess the most esteemed role in the Anvil community, is the ambassador role. And the ambassador role is earned, it can be earned by anybody. It is the role that signifies that you are a part of the Anvil community, in that you assist and, you know, just generally provide either your time or your knowledge within the Discord channels within the server. And us as an admin team, we make sure to monitor and look out for people that have that can be elevated to that role, and we just sporadically promote people, and then we put it in the general chat. But, you know, if you're an ambassador, it just means that, you know, you've gone a little bit above and beyond as far as the community goes, and you're not just here to be here. You're here because, you know, you love the Anvil community and you want to be a part of it. So beyond that, there's you know, obviously the admin roles. There's the Anvil citizen role. Now, the Anvil citizen role is reserved for let's say, you know, you're in the community, but you want to bring your friend in, and your friend's maybe been here for 5 minutes, but, you know, you're vouching for that person, and you're saying, you know, this is my buddy, I'm bringing him into the community so that he can play on the server with me. Then you know, as long as the admin that's picking it up is okay with it, everything seems good, then he's gonna give them that Anvil citizen role, so that they can you know, join the server and get on the whitelist and everything. We are a waitlisted server because we are a community server. We're not a server to achieve max pop at all times. We're not a server for profit. We're not a server for, you know, we're a server for the community, and it's for the Anvil community that's here. Before we had a server, the Anvil community that's here because of the server, but at the end of the day, it's for the community. So that preference is always given for people that are active within the community Discord and whatnot. So that's always our focus. So just understand that we don't make decisions based on pop. We don't make decisions based on, you know, any of that. You know, people want to be here because frankly, because we don't do that. You know what I mean? Our decisions aren't based on any of that. So yeah, I think those are kind of the important ones. Obviously, I have my subscriber roles for Patreon and Twitch. And then, yeah, there's the Blade Collective, the roles and stuff like that. But other than that, those are basically the important roles as far as Discord goes for any new people that have only been here for a little bit. So yeah, let's move on. DW, what's next?
And just to add on to this for new people that are joining, where you mentioned about the whitelisting there.
Yes.
It is important to note that nobody in the community has a higher priority than anybody else when it comes to the whitelist. Everybody's on equal terms. So if the server is full and you submit a ticket, there's a good chance that until an admin can get onto the server, your ticket will not be looked at. So just take that into consideration when you're joining, based on how many people are there. And even to put it to make it 100% crystal clear, XCal doesn't even have higher priority than anybody else on the server. Everybody has equal priority when it comes to the whitelist for access to the server.
Yeah, you remember launch of season 3 where Jay couldn't get on? Somebody had to bow out to let Jay Randall on.
I forgot about that. I do remember that.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. But yeah, we do that because, again, it's a community. There's no hierarchy here. There's no elitism here or anything. It's just we're all here to enjoy the server and play the game and discuss. Yeah, what do we got? What do we got next, DW?
I guess we'll jump right into it. Some of the things that are staying the same for the next season. The first big point is we are staying at a 100-player cap. No more, no less. 100 players max on the server.
Nice.
With that being said, starter play field wipes. We'll be maintaining the same wipe schedule as what we have in our previous seasons. This is all detailed in the PDA, which has been revamped and updated. But starter play field wipes, the planets will wipe every Friday morning at 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Deposits will also reset through the whole galaxy. Basically, the usual. For more specific details, read the PDA. There's a lot of good information in there.
What if you don't read?
If you don't read, there will be a PDF version, so you can put it into one of those text-to-voice things on the computer, and you can just have it read to you.
Oh, bro, that's awesome. Thank you. Okay. Yes, dude, that's awesome. All right, thank you.
Now, I will, over the next couple days, make the PDA accessible in the PDF form in the Discord ahead of Season 4, so people can do the reading ahead of time if they wish.
Nice.
Next up, ticket generation. Same thing as past seasons. If you have an issue on the server, !ticket space description of your issue, submit it, and it goes to a private channel on the Discord that only the admins can see. When you submit a ticket, your ticket will get addressed when an admin is available to. Don't submit a ticket and 10 minutes later message an admin saying my ticket hasn't been responded yet. We'll get to it when we get to it. Now, to note on that, the system is not perfect, so sometimes tickets do not get picked up. If it's been 24 hours or longer and you have not heard from an admin, then feel free to reach out to an admin to follow up on your ticket. It may be that the system did not pick it up. One of the other things that we implemented in Season 3 that we'll be carrying on to Season 4 was specific admin hubs on the progenitor side of the gate. So when you go through the warp gate to progenitor space, there will be 2 admin POIs there, one right by the gate and one further away. The further away one is where you are to park your ship when you are leaving the progenitor side. This will keep it clear around the gate and hopefully reduce load times for some people that were having issues in previous seasons, and keep it cleaner on that side. Most of the other settings will stay in place. Fast constructor speed, fast blueprint speed. If you build things 10 blocks or less, or without a core, after 24 hours, they will be deleted. All those settings we're carrying on with. Size class, maximum spawnable size class will be size 21. That is what you can spawn into the server. Now, I know we ran into some issues in previous seasons where people spawned in a size class 21 and then built it on server to be an outrageous size class. If you exceed size class 30 on the server, and the server starts to have performance issues, those large size class builds will be the first ones to be eliminated. So you take a risk if you build bigger than size class 30 of having your build randomly disappear.
Okay, so this is without warning.
Yes. Well, most likely you'll be warned that there's a chance that it will be removed because it's causing server performance. One second. I just see a comment there. Yes, I'll mention this now. If you are whitelisted in Season 3, you should still be fine for Season 4. I did clean up the whitelist, so there's a chance that somebody may have gotten removed accidentally. Do not fret when the new season starts. If you can't access the server, just resubmit your Steam ID into the whitelist channel and you will get re-added.
And over that day and everything will be very, very active response time and stuff when it comes to that. Because I mean, if you've already been here and you participated, and then for some reason you are having an issue, then it's not like you're gonna miss out on the day or anything.
I'm just reading Garman's comment there. Will the progenitor gate be accessible by player teleporter so we can park at a star in decay and keep our ship entirely out of the gate playfield? So the playfield has changed slightly. It's no longer a sun. It's a specific playfield. The parking space that I was talking about, that is a significant distance away from the gate in the same playfield. That should be adequate. If we find that we are running into issues still in the new season, then we'll address it at that time. So this is a trial to see how much improvement we can get by moving it away.
No, Season 4 does not start tonight. No, sir.
What if I say please?
Just for you, Donk? No.
I mean, guys, honestly, the only reason Season 4 hasn't started already is because we're trying to get Donk's armor into the server, and it's been a real problem for us. Like, it's not taking it for some reason. It's causing issues. So we're working around the clock to try to get this fixed, man. Once we get his armor in there, we'll be able to start playing. Don't worry.
It's always, and I blame chat, so it's fine.
There's a question there. In excess of size class 30 bases and ships in close proximity to each other. If you have that and it's not affecting anyone else, no big deal. Basically, it boils down to be respectful of others on the server. Not everybody runs a high-end gaming machine. So some people may take a performance hit more than what you might be experiencing. That's what it boils down to, is we want everybody to have the best experience that they can on the server, and this is one of the ways that we can hopefully ensure it for some of those people. Probably skipping a lot of stuff here, but I'll just jump straight into some changes for the new season. This is, I know, the stuff that people are really interested in. So, PDA changes.
What?
All the Anvil tutorial server information has all been reworked, updated, cleaned up, however you want to say it. It's been transformed to be more in line with the way that Project Eden and Reforged Eden has their PDA set up. So before, you would go into the tutorial tab and you would find the information about the Anvil server. That's all been moved into the Empyriopedia section. So it's just a little bit better laid out and easier to find what you're looking for. Regeneration of playfields. This has come up many times. Season 4 will still be a POI regeneration turned off. Which means every so often some POIs or playfields will get manually reset or reset on a schedule. For the new season, there will no longer be a need to fill out a online form for black hole regenerations. The new concept that we're going to be going with is playfields that are inactive without player cores will get wiped. There's no schedule for this. It will be on a as required basis. For example, we might get 3 weeks into the server and say, okay, we're going to go ahead and any playfield that does not have a player structure in it is getting wiped. This will alleviate a lot of work for the admins and will alleviate you having to alt-tab out of the game in order to fill out a Google Doc. Actually, with the change to the PDA, there is no longer a gift if you read the PDA stuff. It just, the way that that the game supports having actual information in the Empyriopedia, it's just not possible to put rewards on that now. Oh, there is punishment, Lemus. If you don't read what's in the PDA and something happens to you, I will not fix it for you. That's right, Annie. The reward is knowledge. And knowledge is power.
Oh, I don't like knowledge.
Overrated.
I prefer donk armor.
The problem is, Donk, every time I try to put the armor in the game for you, I just instantly have a nap.
Hey, it sounds like good armor then.
I get it equipped and my guy just, ugh, and then I have to respawn.
Nice.
Yeah. Stuff.
So to further build on to this new regeneration concept, there'll be a new concept on the server, core etiquette. If you're finished with something, remove your core off it. If you leave a core on, say, a legacy ship in a black hole sector, and we go to do a playfield wipe, that sector will not get regenerated because there is a player core in there. So just be mindful when you finish something, remove your core.
Please.
I already touched on size class. So one of the other new settings that we're going to be turning on for this season is a 30-day wipe time. Basically what this boils down to is if you have a structure or a ship on the server that you have not touched in the last 30 days, it will be deleted without warning. This is something that the server will automatically handle. So with that being said, what do I mean by touching a structure? This means that you either have to be on or in the structure in order for it to register that it's been touched. One advantage to this is, as people have known in past seasons, about a month into the season, there's some people that have said, okay, I've done my playthrough, I'm leaving the server, I'm done until the next season. Well, they don't come in and delete all their old structures. So the server will automatically take care of this now, which will help alleviate backup sizes of the server, everything along that lines, just to make it a little bit more performance-wise. There will also be a reduction of the amount of structures in a playfield. Currently, we allow on the server up to 2,000 structures in a playfield. Now, granted, we do not normally hit this limit. To ensure a continue in performance, we are lowering this number down to 1,000 structures in a playfield. So for the most part, as a player, you will not run into this causing any issues or any difference from your past seasons. It's just a change to be aware of. Chudster, not logging in for 31 days. Anything that you own that has not been touched in that time frame will get deleted. If you have a ship that you accessed, say, on the 10th of the month, and a ship that you accessed on the 5th of the month, those will both get deleted at different times. It starts counting from the time that you touch the structure, which is kept track of in the server. So if you know that you're going to be away for a significant amount of time, either mention it to an admin, mention it to one of your fellow players. As long as somebody accesses the structure, whether it's being on it, in it, that will help keep it in the server. So with that being said, another big change for the season from past seasons will be block limits. I know this one has been a bit touchy for a couple people. Block limits will be turned on for Season 4 of the Anvil server. Now, with that being said, there have been a couple modifications. Luckily, Vermilion had done some of these changes to the base Reforged Eden. So laser drills have been increased at a base level of Reforged Eden, so you can now have up to 10 laser drills on your SVs, HVs, and CVs. The only change that we have made is you can also have 10 of the industrial drills. They're the ones that actually look like drill bits on your HVs and SVs. This just makes it easier for a progression and upgrade stance from our point of view.
Yeah, so to give the overall kind of idea of now adopting block limits is this update to Reforged Eden, a lot of it was in the vein of trying to balance combat in a way that lessens, a lot of the player lag, the server lag. Going into battles with hundreds of turrets against hundreds of turrets, and there's a complicated way to explain this, but basically it's just laggy as hell. So the whole idea, I think, of this update for Reforged Eden was to kind of do away with that, kind of make it a little more realistic. Like sci-fi, most sci-fi, you have a couple big weapons on your ship, and maybe you have some smaller weapons, but it's rare that you would have a build with 100 freaking turrets. It's just kind of nuts, right? But it's needed in order to combat some of these things in the game per se. So now they've given us better weapons, ways to upgrade weapons to where you can be a force to reckon with without having to have that many turrets. And honestly, I think for builders, it's just going to be a lot more fun designing ships that actually look cool, but still have like a really good armament to go against things like that. So with the shield stuff, with the core stuff, with the actual, all the different array of weapons and stuff, you can really tune your ships to handle different scenarios. And the reason why we said we're going to do block limits on is because we want to support Vermilion and Ravian in their vision of what this update is, and we also want to give them proper data to look at and to tweak if needed. So our server is going to be a very active server for a very long time. So if it turns out that hey, there's an issue here or there with balance, and we're getting all this great feedback in the Discord, respectable, positive feedback, I'd assume, then they can look at that, and they are very extremely active on our Discord as well. They answer questions, they look at things you guys say. So please be mindful in the data that you give back and the feedback based on these things, and actually live it. You know what I mean? Don't speculate, but actually go through what you're thinking may be the issue, and see if it really is an issue, or if it's just a balancing issue on your build itself. You're likely going to have to rebuild your ships. You're not necessarily going to be able to bring in a Season 3 ship and assume it's going to work okay. You got to be okay with that. You got to be able to tweak it, possibly build a whole new ship. But I really want to support Reforged Eden. I think over the past couple years, I mean, I really believe that they've breathed, new life into Empyrion as a whole, and I can't be more grateful. I mean, I enjoy playing this game because of Reforged Eden at this point, and it's because of a lot of the changes and the new interest in building and mechanics and things that they've added to their scenario that's really piqued my interest with Empyrion as a whole. So I hope you guys feel the same way, and I hope that you are willing to give the scenario the proper chance that it deserves in the native way that it's been released to us.
Now, just to add on to that, one advantage as well, switching to block limits, is we will be able to give more accurate feedback to Vermilion and Ravian in regards to the scenario as well.
Nice.
And as the very last point on this, and yes, I'm going to pick on you again, Eldonk, but as much as we give Eldonk a bad time or hard time on the server, we do enjoy his company, and we do have to be wary of his potato and other potatoes in the community that he plays on.
It is a potato.
So with that being said, we've taken a hard look at the block limits. We've determined that it's reasonable enough. Like I said, the only change has been to the actual mechanical drills for SVs, HVs, that we go above what the scenario allows. So next up will be, I think that's the main last of those. So the next up is going to be minor configuration changes. So one of the ones that has been requested many times is CV teleporter range. Currently, you can only teleport within the same sector with your CV. This will be increased to 1 light year. So you can actually use a CV teleporter to warp to another playfield that is within 1 light year. Yes, Filbert, hold on to your Filberts. So do not ask to have that increased. 1 light year is all that it is getting increased to. Next up is the stack size for money cards.
Hey.
Currently, the limit is at 50,000 is the max stack size for money cards. We are upping this to 500,000, and more details on this will come in a little bit.
Ooh.
Along with this change is ATMs will be placeable on CVs.
Big hype.
Hey.
So you will have access to your money at all times.
That's awesome.
I mean, I'll never have that much money, but still, I'm sure other people will.
Every penny counts, Eldonk. Every penny. So now these two items that I just mentioned, the money stack size and the ATM on CVs, tie into the next change to the Anvil server. We will be having a player-to-player economy, hopefully develop better than what we have in the past using the trading consoles. What this means is there will be a dedicated trading zone in the galaxy that you will be able to access only by tetherport. This will mean that you can tetherport into it from anywhere in the galaxy. Anybody can tetherport into it. So if you want to make a trade with somebody that's on the other side of the galaxy, you both teleport to this trade zone, you meet up there, and you can make your trade. There are 3 separate playfields set up for this. So if you go into one and somebody has a size class 30 ship there and you're noticing performance issue, you can move to one of the other trade zones where nobody might be there. So this is to try to help encourage player-to-player trading. I don't know if you want to add anything onto this, XCal, before...
No, absolutely. So, I mean, this has been something that's been really close to my heart. Yeah, I've been talking about an economy since season 1. The problem's always been for us is the trade station. The trade station has this hard-coded trading fee that gets implemented into any trade that you perform on a trade station. So, if you wanted to sell 100 wood, it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. And then just the way the trade station works based on the whole cargo, inventory, it's just a lot. So, what this does for us is it allows a couple things. It allows people that have a real interest in providing a service in the server, being a trader, being able to, let's say you're really efficient at making ammunition. You like setting out long constructor systems and you're really into that. You can provide ammunitions to the server, so you can sell ammo, and then maybe with that you can purchase things you don't like doing, like wood or whatever, and you can do player-to-player trading and bartering instantly by literally taking like your cargo CV and teleporting into this orbital trade station or system, this orbital trade system, and meeting the other person to be able to conduct that trade. Another way you can do it is you can teleport into this system, and you can leave like a cargo container. You can get really fancy with the way you build that, have an actual like cargo container, whatever it is, a build, and you'll be able to leave that shipment there. And then when that person gets on later in the night, because maybe they're in the UK or whatever, they can come on and they can take delivery of that and, maybe leave whatever you guys negotiated. If it's, whatever it is, or if it's money, they'll be able to leave that. So this is great. It gives a real opportunity for people to utilize the player storefront channel in the Discord, where you can actually, you can set up your own store in the Discord by having an announcement saying, this is my shop, this is what I sell. For inquiries, you could DM me in the Discord or whatever, and I provide this service, whatever it is. If it's making fuel, if it's rations, if it's progenitor, whatever it is, you guys are welcome to trade as long as it's legal in real life. But yeah, so it's really cool, and I will say that a designer's challenge very soon is going to be in line with this whole concept, because I really want to see this jump off, and I think people like UTM, people like Fred and Sunder and them guys that just have nothing better to do than to amass insane amounts of stuff. Now you guys have an end game purpose to your gameplay that's like more organized than it was before. So I think this is going to be awesome. I think I'm really excited to see what happens from this, but we're just kind of giving out the real basic layout, and we're hoping that the community builds around that. And we hope to see like creativity. We hope to see concepts that we haven't even thought of yet. But with upping the credit card limits, and with giving ATMs on CVs, we've kind of made a lot more things possible when it comes to this format for an economy. So if nothing else happens in season 4, I really hope that we can figure out this community economy thing, because I think just like MMORPGs, like the economy is what keeps those games going. And this season could very well last another 7 to 10 months or whatever, and based on that, like let's give some real interesting end game purpose to our playthroughs.
So I'll touch in here because I've seen a couple questions and comments in regards to this. I'll get into a little bit more of the technical side of this trade zone. So first off, when using the tetherport command, you have to be careful. If you're sitting in a seat, whatever ship you're sitting in will go with you. If other people are sitting in seats on that ship, they will also go with you. So be mindful when you use it. Do you want to take the ship with you? Do you want to take the people with you? Anything like that. So with that being said, you can be piloting your ship, and if you are going to make a trade with somebody, say you're going to go trade them a bunch of generators, Well, generators don't fit in your personal inventory. Not a problem. You take your ship with you. You'll be able to trade that way. When you're done, you untether. You're back to where you started. There will also be a POI in the trade zone. This is just there. It has ATMs on it. Just basic stuff in case you need access to that. To further touch on when I mentioned about if players are seated in your ship and you tether port and they go with you, if you happen to log out or not untether with those same players sitting in your seats, they're stuck there. A tether is only valid per person. So if you tether with 6 other people on your ship, you're the only one that has the ability to untether back to where you were. Now, the big disclaimer that I put on all of this, whether it's using the tether port, whether using the trade zone, anything like this, if it gets abused, they will be removed. In the end, if you're, I'm not going to say cheating because it's not cheating. If you're exploiting certain things with these systems, really at the end of the day, you're only hurting yourself. We try to encourage people in the community to be respectful of others. Just have a good time, make the community keep going like it is, the great community it is. So I have no issues either removing access to the trade zone if it's abused or removing tether port if it gets removed or abused. Now, one last detail with the tether. If you tether from your current location to the trade zone and you do not untether, and then say a week later we have an Anvil event and you tether for the event, you will not return to the trade zone. You will return to your original location from your very initial tether. So what this means is every time you use tetherport, make sure that you are untethering when you are done. Otherwise, you have a chance to really screw yourself up. Yeah, I think that's all that I want to touch on that. So, now, in case hamsters decide to rebel and you have a technical issue while using the tether port or untethering from the trade zone, the trade zones can be warped out of with a ship. They cannot be warped into, but they can be warped out of. And this trade section or sector will be near the starting systems. So you are not stuck in the middle of nowhere if you run into a technical issue. If it is a very severe technical issue, once again, submit a ticket and it will get looked into. The final disclaimer at this trade zone, there is no admin intervention with these trades. If you trade with somebody and they screw you over or something goes wrong, it's all on the people that are using this trade. The admins, we have no way to control to see what has been traded, who's traded what. It's solely up to the player and the player's risk when they go into this. Yeah, I think that covers it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, we all want to kind of see this happen, and I don't really foresee anybody, I mean, if that happens, I mean, I don't know. I don't see that happening as far as people, I don't know, doing a trade and then not keeping up their end of it, or I think, I don't see that happening, but just understand that, yeah, there's nothing that we can actually do, one way or another. So just, I mean, honestly, just, proper conversation, proper procedure. There's things you could do. I mean, if you're selling something, and, maybe you're more of a cautious person and you want to put, a lock code and then, however you decide to do it is up to you. But at the end of the day, we're not going to be policing, anybody's trades or anything. So it's all kind of at your own risk. But again, I don't think this is the community that we would see any issues like that. So.
And I was just going to mention something and I forgot it. Oh, yes. If you happen to leave a cargo container there, a ship there, because you're logging off and somebody's going to trade with you, you want to leave it there, that's fine. Just be aware that to keep an eye on the Discord, as those sectors may come up as needing to get wiped every so often. So this is not a storage area that, hey, I have a carrier I'm no longer using, I'm just going to park it there for the rest of the season. No. Do not do that. Once again, it goes back to being mindful of the other people on the server. These zones are, like I said, they have one POI in them, strictly for access to ATMs and that. Otherwise, they are completely empty sector in order to give the best performance to people that are coming into trade. So I guess we get to move on to a little bit of the more fun stuff now. Anvil faction assets. So these are things in-game that are specific for or to the Anvil community. I'll start off with Anvil City. For those of you that have played before, if you've played before, you know that we have Anvil City, which is comprised of a bunch of buildings that were made by other players. This will still continue to be the case, but there have been hopefully some performance improvements to the city. One thing for sure is the monorail has been removed. It was a cool concept. However, using the HV on the tracks, it did not always work properly, and it just caused issues that, performance-wise, that we figured it was better to remove it. In addition to this, Anvil itself, the city, is having some tweaks done to it. Pear has been working hard to try to lower down some of the size class of buildings, the city overall. And that's still an ongoing work, and most likely will continue as the season progresses. Otherwise, Anvil still remains the same. It still has the buildings, it still has specific traders, it still has the trade hub for now, with the traders that were currently in it. And yeah, I want to reinforce as well, size class 1 is the limit on CVs that you bring into Anvil City. So anything bigger than that, if you get caught by Pear, you're in big trouble. Also, I just want to reiterate or reinforce one of the points there that Pear mentioned in the chat. There are still a few spots open in Anvil City, so if you would like to make a building for the city, reach out to Pear. The details are in one of the Discord channels, and he'll get you sorted out. Also, the HV racetrack that we had on Anvil Planet in Season 3 will be making a return.
Hey.
I have cleaned it up. Hopefully we have a little bit better performance out of it. It's placed to fit in with the train now. So that will still be there. I'm pretty sure once the season starts, Pear will put his HV race cars there that feel free to go over there and race until your heart's content. We have added an additional planet into our event system. This I will touch on a little bit later on. But this planet, with the request of some people, has a special situation on it. If you can recall from our last season, we had the pod race, and we had the buildings that were made there. We had the planet that was all set up. I have taken an exact copy of the planet, and I have spawned one into our event system. I have also gone and taken the majority of the buildings, the desert building, town buildings, and put those into the exact same location. What this means is that we can have different pod races throughout the season, which means we can set up one track and say a month later, Pear can go in, clear off the track, and set up a new track. So it gives us a little bit more flexibility while maintaining the hard work that people have put into creating it. Now, with that being said, once the first track gets set up, there will be a permanent tether to the pod race track, so you can go there anytime you like. Just be warned, if you tetherport there with a ship, you cannot warp out of that system. It is a completely closed off system. And I guess I'll touch on it now because there's been a change slightly with the tetherport. Previously, we were only able to have one tetherport at a time. What makes this pod race planet, the trade zones, all possible is the fact that we can actually now have multiple tethers set up at the same time on the planet, or on the server.
Do you want to show that?
Yeah, I'll show it when I get in there.
Oh, okay,
I'll
okay.
just
No problem.
finish going up with the list here, and then we can go into the show and tell, I guess, is probably the easiest.
Sweet. No problem.
Also, in Season 3, we had some other factions that made their appearance in Anvil space. So we had traders, we had colonists, and I do believe that was more or less it. We have added 2 more factions into Anvil space, that being Ark and Wastelanders. I know Wastelanders for sure will show up. I'm not sure about Ark, as I'm not sure how they were implemented into RE. So just keep your eyes out. There could be hostile factions around. Those 2 factions were added in basically tribute to Anvil community members having created them. So that is why they make their appearance in Anvil space.
Yeah, Big Hype to Script HD, Heckin' Diver, Wastelander, and Ark, respectively.
Now, I'll show some of these. There are new Anvil space POIs that have been created. These are all more of a little, I guess, fun and fancy thing on the server. Most of these all have some correspondence to an admin or in-game support member or content support member. So if you come across these POIs, they're all admin cords. You cannot damage them, but they all have a trader on them that you might find useful, anything like that. So you have a chance at running into these throughout the Anvil space. Also, what's new for Season 4, Anvil OPVs.
Darkest.
So there will...
Sorry.
Yep.
Is your connection to Discord lower than optimum, or is it me?
On my end, it looks to be fine.
Okay. Because you're roboting a little bit, so I'm wondering. I'm full bars, so, and I'm not dropping any frames in stream or anything. Try to say something again.
Is it any better now?
Yeah, I hear you fine now. So maybe. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it could be on my end.
Okay.
So yeah, there'll be Anvil patrol vessels that will be a possibility when you're going around in Anvil space. They have been cleaned up that if you decide to attack one, you will become hostile with Anvil. which will make trading with Anvil and doing Anvil missions very difficult. And at the same time, you will not get very big reward for taking out those ships. I.e., they've really been cleaned up. You might get just a little bit of scrap steel or something, but they're not worth attacking. On top of that, they have had their weaponry upped. So there is a good chance that you may actually die if you try to attack one. So I will show an example of one of the OPVs that we've put in. All credit on these space POIs and Anvil OPVs goes to Filbert. So if you get it killed by one of these, blame Filbert.
Nice. Should I show your screen now, or? Oh, sorry. You said you're gonna. Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Take your time. Take your time. Just say something. Give me a code word for when to put that up. Just say.
Well, we're actually getting pretty close there, so in just a minute or two we can do that.
Okay.
And as talked about in the chat earlier, Krellis's Pancake House will be making a return. That has been fixed. That they have I'm gonna say has a chance, but hopefully, if it all goes well, you should be able to find one on every single Desert Oasis planet now, throughout the galaxy. It's not only in Anvil space that you have to go for these now. Now, the downfall with this is it is not Anvil faction, it will be admin faction. So if you get onto a Desert Oasis and you see an admin faction POI, it is most likely a Shay Krellis. Now, just a couple of the other changes for Anvil stuff. Hamster cores, they will be making the return. They've had an overhaul thanks to Bobbin. So they are looking 100 times better than what they did. And I'll demonstrate some of those. Previously, it was determined that trading hamsters for do-it-yourself habitat kits in order to make a core was a little inhumane.
Oh.
So we have now introduced Anvil tokens.
Wait, go back. Explain what inhumane. Tell me more.
So we didn't feel that having hamsters as a currency was very sanitary, humane. So we've switched them out to being coins.
Oh.
You still have a chance at finding hamsters in your undelivered cargo because they like to stow away in there. But in place of turning in lost and found items, you will actually get Anvil tokens now. These tokens will still be redeemable for hamsters, do-it-yourself kits, and anything that we decide to add in the future. So that was the other motivation to going this way, so that we could future-proof this system.
Nice.
Now, the missions that we had in Season 3, all the Anvil-specific missions, they've all gotten minor tweaks to them. The difficulty has been adjusted on some of them, and the biggest feedback that we had was the first mission was too far away from Anvil space, where you needed to go afterwards. So do not fear. Mission 1, the Infect the Galaxy Hub, has been moved into Anvil space now. So you do not have to travel 400 light years anymore once you accept the mission to go do the mission.
Nice.
And yeah, that should pretty much touch everything on that list. So we can probably go into a show and tell now.
All right. JCam activated.
All right, so first off, what I'm going to show here is some of the changes to the cores. So here we have the new HV-SV hamster core. We've fixed the lighting on it so it no longer sticks out like a bright glowy torch in the middle of your dark room. So at night they will be dark. That's thanks to Bobbin and all the time that he spent working on it. They light up, they rotate, and when you power them off, they no longer light up and rotate.
Can you get in closer?
Yeah.
Dude, big hype.
So there's been some changes. XCal, you'll probably never see this, so that's why I'll point it out. Let me grab a sniper rifle.
What the? No.
We have some property Krellis on them, so don't steal the hamster cores. Krellis will come after you.
That's insane.
The hamster now has a nice little eyepiece, I guess you could say. He's up to some devious work at his consoles now.
Wait, he's got better LCDs than we do. What the?
And am I allowed to reveal the icon yet or no?
No. Not
Okay.
yet. We'll save that.
Okay, so then we'll have to do another show and tell at the end so that I can show a couple other things.
Okay.
So the HV and SV cores, this is how they look. They're easily distinguishable from the CV ones now. And you probably didn't notice too much, but when it gets turned off, that force field effect that's holding the hamster in the cage, that also gets turned off. So it's just some fun improvements that we made from the old core. So all credit goes to Bobbin on his work for these.
Yeah, dude. Just the talent, man. The talent in this community, dude. Like, insane, man. Like,
and for those of you that are wondering, my game decided to freeze. No. Bossman, the right click on the SVHV one does nothing. The SVHV aux core, there's only one variant of it that gives a power benefit, shield benefit, and CPU benefit. I might have to restart this.
Yeah, I could try. Hold on.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to restart the game. It seems to have locked up when I tried to right click on the box. Technical difficulties.
What box?
The box! Straight at the freaking box! What's in the box? Not that box! The green box you just went through. Nobody... Oh!
This one right here with the small
What's
CPU
in the
extender?
box?
No, Garmin, I didn't fix all the bugs. I just added extra bugs.
Yay, bugs.
XCal, you got Dragon PC mad there.
Oh, I'm working on a dragon. So Twitch has given us Twitch has given me the ability to add sub patches all the way up to 4 years. So I'm adding more. So you'll get a much better one. Like it's gonna be It's gonna be more epic, so stay tuned. But right now, everybody that's over 2 years is automatically getting the 2-year one. Yeah, so up to 4 years will be happening very soon. And again, that's thanks to Andy Noam for just asking the question. And I originally that wasn't a thing, but I went and I looked and I'm like, oh shit, like we could do that now. So I can even do animated emotes, which I don't know what that means, but cool. We'll see. Yeah. No, I know, but I haven't made one for 3 years. So it just like you have the 1 year golden broadsword, now you have up to 2 years. But I gotta add the other ones to make it up to 3 years and 4 years. So it's coming definitely. So I can do 1 year, 1.5, 2 year, 2.5, 3 year, 3.5, 4 year. Yeah. So thank you. And honestly, like, I did the Crucible, which I think's cool, and then I did the Hammer, but then I feel like the Golden Broadsword is cooler than the Hammer, so I think I'm gonna make, like, a Golden Hammer instead, and I'm gonna tweak it, because it's a lot, though, because you gotta go in there and do 3 different sizes and all this stuff, so we'll get it. An Obsidian
Should be
hammer.
back. So, what I was trying to show before everything decided to take a crap, the top of these hamster cores do match up exactly to the pipe block.
Dude.
This was one thing that I told Bobbin we had to make sure that we had. So it does match up and fit, so you can do whatever you want inside your torture chambers for these little hamsters.
Super cool, man.
So moving on from the CV or the SVHV core is the 3 variants for the CV and bases. These have been done in order to easily distinguish when you have these placed on your ship which one is which. So there's different colors. For those of you that may have color blindness, we've taken that into consideration, and that's why we've added the icon and the text. And one additional difference between them is the speed that the wheels turn at. So the power one has the wheel turn the fastest, the CPU at a regular speed, and the shield at the slowest speed. So these otherwise they look the same as the SVHV ones, just with minor customizations to them.
It's awesome that they say what they are, too. That's...
Yeah, so... And once again, these do work with power on, power off. Now, one additional change that I've done for the Anvil server is the aux cores. The same model is used for all 3 variants, so I have changed them out that you can actually distinguish them based on the color for the core.
Oh, hell yeah.
So these colors, which are existing models in the game, are what I chose, which is closest to the colors that we chose for the hamster cores. So that when you have a room full of aux cores, and you can actually tell which ones are which.
Oh man. Because otherwise you just can't, right? Like how do you determine that?
The only way is with a multi-tool or using the DI menu.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Man.
So this should help a little bit, so we don't have people saying, oh, I removed a CPU core and my ship blew up when I meant to remove a power core. Now, returning for the Season 4 is some Anvil posters. There's been a slight modification to the one with the flag. Color choices have been updated. But the the Hamsters Need You poster that is making a return with some slight tweaks, which should make them a little more appealing on the eyes. Also, because of what we found out, they will no longer be bright objects in your ship when you have power off. They will only light up when they have light directly on them. The VIN, the aux core limit of 10, it applies to all 3 variants. So you can only have 10 across all 3, and that also applies to the hamster cores. Hamster cores are an equivalent to aux cores for people that are a little bit more casual of player. So that's what I have for devices, items. We still have our glorious pancakes will be making a return. We still have our lost and found items. Some of those icons have gotten a revamp.
So go ahead and stay there, Darkus. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off your cam for a second, and then I'm going to reveal my thing. And then I'm assuming you have something else to reveal.
Yep.
All right, guys. So for a very, very long time, I mean, this community's been around for... did it? Okay, yeah, stay with me there. Community's been around for a long time, obviously, guys. It's been around for over 3 years, and originally this has always been the Anvil community, and I've always wanted to have branding that really reflected the Anvil community. XBC, as you guys know, Excalibur's Blade Collective is my channel's viewership, I guess. But it is in a way something separate, not separate, but it's not necessarily Anvil community. I don't know how to say it. It's my channel viewership. So I am a streamer and I am part of the Anvil community. But the Anvil community is of its own. So the Anvil community is everyone's. It's not just mine. It's just as much Donks. It's just as much Scripts. It's just as much Garamins. Anybody. I mean, it's all of our community. And my face being on the Discord, it's always been a weird conversation, and we've had this conversation as an admin team for years. And it's always just been a hard thing to figure out. But honestly, like, I've attempted myself to make an icon, make branding around the idea of Anvil. And, an Anvil itself is very oversaturated. I mean, there's a million companies. If you just Google Anvil, there's tons and tons of logos that other companies have used and stuff. And I didn't want to do anything like that. And Zovia of our admin team, who's been a part of this community for from the very beginning, is a very gifted artist in her own right. She does 2D maps for role-playing games, tabletop games, and she's really, really good at it. And she's also very, very good at 3D modeling, and I'm just blown away. So she offered to help me out in making a logo for the Anvil in order to for that, but then also so that I can have something new for my merch to kind of help me out with my situation and everything. So she offered to do that as well, which is what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to be rolling this out within the next week or so on my in my merch. But yeah, so we have a brand new Anvil logo, and I'm going to show you guys right now here. So I hope this works and I don't screw everything up. Yeah, there we go. All right, so this is a anvil, but it's not just any anvil. It is a sci-fi space anvil, and this is a custom creation made by Zovia. I mean, I'm just blown away, dude. I'm blown away at how freaking cool this thing looks, how detailed it is. and this is going to be the Anvil's official logo. So I mean, I'm just floored at how freaking cool this thing is. So big hype to Zovia. Just yeah, amazing looking, man. So we're gonna have this. This is gonna be the new logo on Discord. It's going to, it's gonna be throughout. So it's gonna reflect Anvil and all, any content creators, any workshop, whatever you want to do. You guys will be able to utilize this as well. So I'm really excited about releasing this and everything. We wanted to get it correct, get everything right. Let me see here. Let me make sure that. Yeah, here we go. So the next thing, this is going to be one of the shirts that I'm going to make, Anvil Shipyards. See, the lettering is this really cool, like, steel, like, embossed, like, it looks incredible. All custom made. Very, very cool, man. Yeah, for sure, for sure. So yeah, I'm gonna do like light colors, probably white and like a light gray, maybe a mid gray, but yeah, keep it to where it's just that. I'm gonna tattoo that on my back. Oh, let's see, it's an LCD courtesy phone. Could we get one for ships? I don't assume. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We've got. I don't know. How does that work? Can we could do maybe an LCD?
Just hold tight.
Okay. Fair enough. So yeah, guys, again, like I'm super excited about this. I think it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to wear the shirt. I'm hoping that I can get one here before season 4 launches, so I can wear it on launch day. And I'm hoping to make that available to you guys as well as soon as possible. So. But yeah, well, I'll be doing more stuff as well. I've got more ideas for merch and whatnot, and then we actually have like a specific logo with like kind of a cool background that we're gonna do for the Discord. So I'll be doing that. Yeah. So again, big hype to Zovia, and yeah, stay tuned for that. So let's jump back over to Darkest. All right, you're back on screen.
All right.
Hey, come in closer. Yeah, dude, that's
So
awesome.
these are 2 new posters for the new season. The Anvil Empyrion community one will replace the old Anvil community one, and then the Anvil Shipyards one will be a new one for this season. So this is the closest that I can get to having it in available for your ships.
Yeah, it's sweet, man. Ah.
And an additional little thing that I will point out. They're also tagged onto the hamster course.
Nice. Anvil property. Hell yeah. Oh, man.
So yeah, that was the last 2 things that I needed you to do the reveal for me to show. So
Sweet, man. Sweet.
Next up, though. So that's the new stuff for blocks. Like I said, some of the icons for lost and found items, they've been changed. I can actually show some of those now.
Wait, are you cheating?
No, I'm giving myself tokens. That should be all of them. So these ones will be a little harder to see just because of their size. So we have our same icons that were for the mission items in past seasons. The HHI Junker's license has received a new icon. I need to tweak some of these still a bit, but it's to bring them more in line that they look the same. I know a lot of the icons in the game are kind of haphazard, just kind of thrown together. So that's what these are. The
Hey,
triggering
thanks,
for
Dragon.
dummy has been reworked. The clone chamber
752,
instruction manual has been reworked. Phil's missing piece has been reworked. And the newest one is a Project A guide book that will be added. So some of these still need a bit of tweaking and rework, but expect new icons to make their presence in the new season.
Very nice.
So, like I mentioned earlier, one of the changes for the season is new Anvil space POIs. So, this is an example of one of them. And this is, I can't even remember how Filbert named it. D-Dub's Dermal Burn Center.
Welcome to XBC.
So keep your eyes open when you're going around the galaxy. You'll see these POIs in orbits, or a chance at them being in orbits. I think there's 7 of them in total that we've created, all with a unique theme to them.
Wow.
Now, the other
Thanks,
addition
Dragon.
are Anvil OPVs. So this is one of the, I think we have 7 patrol vessels and 5 or 6 freighters that you may run into flying around the galaxy. And XCal, you should very well recognize this one.
Oh.
It is... Let me pull up the name for it. It is a Conda class corvette.
Oh, okay. Dude, I didn't I didn't recognize I didn't recognize it at all. I was like, did Filbert make that? Because it's not orange. You threw me off.
Yeah. The POIs and the OPVs have been, let's say, stolen from existing POIs and ships of either people within the community or created by Filbert himself.
Nice. That's awesome, man.
Now, the last thing that I want to point out here, for those of you that have not very well explored RE 1.7, there's been a change with the galaxy. Everything's moved around a bit. One of the big things, the starting system over here is no longer inside Xerox space. So you no longer have to worry about those unfriendly encounters right from the start. I'll leave the territory bubbles on just so that you can kind of see everything's kind of gotten a rework and moved about. The different factions actually have named regions now.
That's insane. So you can actually see what they are now? That's not you doing that? Like that's like they're labeled like this?
Yep. So the pirates, their space is called the Badlands.
I don't care what it's called. I'm just happy that I can see that that's pirates and that's some other thing and that's awesome.
Now this is if you turn the territory wars or the territory on. You'll also notice faintly that there's actually the northwest, south, and east that actually appear in here as well now. So if you turn these off, though, the only way that you can really tell them apart is each faction has their own kind of colored nebulas.
Thanks for the resub, Lemus.
So like here you have the Polaris and Far, which is kind of like gold and orange. You have the Badlands, which is kind of this tealy. You've got Traders, which is a blue. You got just a variety now. So it's a little bit more appealing going around in space.
Dude, I'm just glad I don't have to try to figure out what blue is and what this kind of blue... Oh my god. Like, people in my chat, like, which one's Legacy Space? Oh, it's the green one. Well, there's 4 green ones. Which green? It's kind of like that green.
Now, like I said, with the starting systems, they're actually in a diamond now. So you have Rogue in the center, and then you have Epsilon, Alpha, Delta, and Beta making a diamond around Rogue. I point this out because you'll notice there's this green bubble-ish below Rogue, Commercium. And this is actually the trade zone that I was mentioning earlier. So if you go in here, there's actually a trading checkpoint and then the 3 trade zones. And this is where you can tether to in order to do your trading interactions.
Big hype for the gift subs, Limas. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it.
So yeah, so those are all tether. The checkpoint has some interesting stuff in there if you venture in there.
Hats off to you, sir. Thank you.
The other change is Anvil space. It still resides pretty much where it was before. I have given it its own region name, which is Creativity, which is I felt fitting for the community. And if you're in the normal map view, we actually have our own nebula colored cloud that I've put in there as well now.
Oh.
So inside here, you will still find
Clever popping off gift subs. Thank you, sir.
the Anvil system in the dead center, which is laid out as it was in previous season, with some minor tweaks in the orbits and everything. However, you'll also notice there is now a dead planet, say Chow, which if people playing in Season 1 remember, that was the planet name from Anvil in Season 1.
Yeah.
And this is now where you will actually find the first mission for Anvil. So it's right in Anvil space.
Nice.
So everything's kind of reworked, a little bit easier to get to, and go from there.
Dragon popping off gift subs. Thank you, sir.
Short of that, the last thing that I will point out is...
Level 5 like that. Holy crap. Dude, salute. 20 gift subs, man. Thank you, man. Guys, remember, anybody watching, anybody that's gotten gift subs, join the Discord. Link your Twitch in your Discord so you get access to the whitelist channel.
Oh, maybe it... Oh, it might be because it's creative. However, this is the planet that is an exact copy of the one that we had for the pod race, and I do believe it's down around here is where the buildings will be as they were in previous seasons. So we have a fully customizable planet that, like I said, we can change up the track, so we could even have multiple pod races throughout the season on different tracks. So that pretty much brings me to the end of almost to the end of the show and tell. Oh no, that will bring me to the end of the show and tell because
hype.
The PDA doesn't want to load proper.
Aw.
Yeah.
Tarkus is so organized though. Like he had all his things laid out and awesome, man. I don't deserve you guys.
Welcome to XP.
Yeah, I'm just gonna bring it up while we
No
wait here.
Welcome to XPC.
I love how that's still going. Like I turned off the stream overlay just so it wouldn't interrupt you talking. And I turned it back on, it's still going.
Welcome to
All the gift subs, dude. Big freaking hype, man.
Welcome to XPC. Welcome to XBC.
On a side note, DW also implemented moving and flying ships, crawling, and proper AI. Holy
Welcome
crap!
to XBC.
We're done,
If
guys. Full
only.
release. Release 1 official. Release 1 Redux. Oh, that's nuts. Big hype on that level 5 freaking hype train. You guys are awesome, man.
Here we go. In case people didn't know, if you're in the old style escape pod as it's coming down to planet, you can go into God mode and actually get out of the escape pod before it hits the ground.
Yeah.
So, like I said, the PDA got a little bit of an overhaul. In the tutorial section now, you'll find just this Welcome to Project A, which is a very brief description. Activating this mission will give you a Project A guide, which just basically gives basic information about the server. The main point in there, and I want to emphasize this a lot, if you find or you run into a bug on the server, don't run to Ravian and Vermilion right away saying, hey, I found this bug in Reforged Eden. It might be something that we had done on the content side. So bring them to the admins first, and then we'll gauge whether it needs to go to Vermilion or Ravian, or if it's something that I broke. They're busy, so I just want to try to minimize bothering them with stuff that they don't know anything about, if it's stuff that we put in.
Mash those emotes.
So once again, you'll still have your Anvil missions. The only change to these is updated some fancy little pictures for them. So now you can actually see the different missions, kind of what they hold now that they're not so secretive because they've already been out for a season. And the last big change is in the Empyriopedia section. There's a section specifically for the Anvil, and this is where you will find all the details on getting started on the server, server wipes, how to do tickets, frequently asked questions, the specific stars in Anvil space, the trade network, which talks about the old trading consoles, the new trade zones, and the device and items, which actually goes into a little bit more detail about the specific mission items, the cores, your lost and found items, anything like that. So if you're looking for server information, this is your go-to. And yes, it requires reading.
Oh.
Unless...
But you got the PDF, right?
I'll make the PDF version that if you really wanted, you can have the computer read it to you.
I mean, something to read at the coffee shop at least, right?
Yeah.
For those that read, you could just have it. Make a little binder. You could make a little binder, and then you could walk around with it like a little trapper keeper. Put the little Anvil sign like on the, where the little, like, printed out. I'll stop talking.
So, that's all the big changes there.
Dude, is anybody, like, not hype enough yet? Like, oh my gosh, like, let's go. Let's go. How is this a thing? How are we this freaking hype about space Legos? I don't know, but it's insane. You can't explain this to anybody. Like, go down the street and just pick up somebody random and explain this to them. You can't do it. They'll think you're crazy. Dude, this is so cool, man.
A lot of this PDA stuff is going in line with how it's been done for Reforged Eden and Project Eden. So trying to keep it one way so that when people are looking information, they know exactly where to go for either scenario. Just make it as easy possible for people.
Yeah, dude. Get your builds going, guys. Get them going. Definitely. I mean, I guess for people that are maybe new to the game in general, or maybe new to multiplayer, I would advise, especially with the patch and with all the new things in it, I would probably build my starter stuff now, but I would maybe hold off on building combat stuff, and unless you really know what you're doing, Because I don't want people to get frustrated. You know, they build things and they spend days and days building them, and then it doesn't work. You know, and it's like you got to redo it. I mean, while I think that's actually fun because I get to do a whole nother concept, that might frustrate the less builder. You know, somebody that's building for function and just kind of wants to play with their own stuff, but they're not. You know what I mean? So, yeah, like it's gonna be trial and error, I think, with this patch as far as some of these new changes with combat and weapons. And I didn't even use all the old weapons, so now I got all these other weapons, and it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be really, really interesting. So, can I say a couple things, Darkus? You good?
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm just going to show one last tweak that I've made to one of the Anvil missions.
Oh, go ahead.
Once I figure out where I am in here. Filbert made it, so of course I'm lost. Oh yeah. So the in mission 2 we used to have an older style warp in there. I've actually improved it with a slightly better graphic now.
Ooh. Wow. Nice. That's cool, man.
So some of the missions have received minor tweaks visually, just adding some extra little interesting stuff to them.
Did you show the tokens?
Oh, I did not.
Yeah, you didn't. You didn't show the freaking token, man.
They're really small, so they're hard to see.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that should be the only thing that's new. But yeah, so that's the best that I can show it. Actually, I can show them better, but you can talk. I'm going to exit out of Empyrion, but I'll screen share the actual what the tokens look like on a bigger scale.
Okay, I'll turn you off for now, and just let me know when I turn you back on. All right, so as far as here, let me go back into the game so you're looking at something. So as far as my content and my playthrough, I've been playing with Jay, Donk, on occasion Obsidian, and then last season we had Jarvis, we had Celian, and it was fun. It was cool. We did a lot of really cool stuff. But when I did my solo playthrough after, and Donk respectively did his solo playthrough, I think I had the most fun because I got to experience the entirety of the game. My game was on my shoulders alone, right? Like I actually had a garden. I actually grew a couple rations, you know, while I was able to keep the power on. But I learned things. I learned about, you know, the solar stuff. I learned about things that I had never bothered to learn because, you know, I don't know, it was a balance of content versus actually playing the game. And as a streamer as a whole, you guys know I like to enjoy playing the games. I don't stream to put on a show per se. I stream to enjoy the game, and I hope that translates to you guys as the audience, and I know it does. So as one step further into that, for season 4, we will still be in a faction. Myself, Donk, Jay Randall, and then potentially you know, Jarvis and Celian are welcome into the faction again if they want. Obsidian, of course, when he's available to play. But we are going to be we're going to have our own assets. We're going to have our own playthrough, if you will. In streams, you know, we'll hit POIs together, I'm sure. We'll do certain things together. We might start together. It's totally up to everybody, their availability. You know, Donk's a whole streamer now. He wasn't a whole streamer in season 3. He's a whole freaking streamer now. So he's going to be doing his own thing. And instead of us limiting our time when we play together to like my stream or you know, his stream where, oh, I can only gather and stuff when I'm not on XCal stream, I want to eliminate all that. I want Donk to be able to be his own damn streamer and do whatever he wants with his content and still have fun playing together, right? I mean, so that's what I want, and that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to have my own builds. I'm going to have my own stuff, if you will. And then, you know, if we need help, we'll help each other out. You know, somebody's short on Pentaxid or whatever. And then what I really hope is that Jay Randall's going to get to play his own game, because he has yet to kind of experience what I experienced with 3.5. And, you know, he comes on and he talks about it a lot, where it's like, you know, yeah, I get on. It's like sometimes I just want to mine. Sometimes I want to experience some of these things, because as a builder, it's such a crucial thing to understand the minute mechanics of the game. And if you don't get it, you don't get it. And then when you build, it doesn't translate. And I think over time, based on Jay Randall actually playing survival to begin with and getting into combat in these last couple seasons, his builds have gotten more and more functional while maintaining, you know, how awesome and organized and beautiful they are. They've gotten more and more current and useful in the game. And I want that to be even further with him actually playing the game as a whole from one end to the other and really understanding every little aspect of it. And that's just going to make, I think that's going to motivate him more and more to want to build more and more interesting functional things. If you guys didn't see the little CV he built to go along with the bigger CV, the little clip type build, I don't know exactly what it's called, but it looks freaking awesome, dude. And it's got 2 whole cargo systems in it. To me, it's like this awesome little starter ship. So yeah, I'm excited for that. I hope that in season 4, you know, we can get together on stream for certain things, but then sometimes it's like I'll be doing my own thing. And yeah, we'll definitely be setting them on fire a lot. But yeah, I'm super hype about it, man. I can't wait to play, man. I can't wait to play. Also, my stream times might vary in the future here, based on what I'm gonna be doing. Maybe in the daytime, I might be taking on like some odd work and stuff to be able to keep things going. So, stay tuned for that. I don't know. I'm gonna try not to, but there may be times when, you know, maybe I'll have to stream like at 6 or, you know, maybe later or earlier or whatever. But honestly, I think we're just gonna be streaming nonstop as a community anyway, just with all the awesome things that are gonna be taking place. So I'm definitely super excited about that. And yeah, Darkus. Hey, little XCal hype. Little XCal's home from school.
Cool. I'm leaving school early on Friday.
Oh gosh, for your Easter break.
No,
Oh.
early work with mommy.
Whoa, you're going to work with mommy?
I'm gonna help her.
Wow, big hype. Big hype, you're working now. Cool. So you what bill are you gonna pay? Oh, mommy's gonna do it? Okay. Alright, big hype to you. Say big hype for season 4. No. Season, you gotta say it loud too, like little XCal would say it.
Okay, for season 7.
Thanks. Alright, off you go.
7,
Yay. Alright, Dargus. Should I turn the screen on or?
Yeah, you can turn it on. So this is just a closer up of what the new items actually look like.
Dude, hamster hype.
He'll
Hamster
reckon
bits.
it. So on the tokens, there's actually the hamster on one side and XCal's face on the other.
Oh, you can see it. Yeah, you can see it like on the top one. It's got my my angry face that my daughter drew. That's awesome, dude.
So that's the new Anvil tokens that will be replacing using hamsters as currency.
Dude, that's freaking awesome. So another thing, guys, we have tokens. You know, obviously we don't have hamsters now. We have tokens, and you know, maybe people aren't interested in building bigger end game ships that require a lot of you know, maybe Anvil cores and stuff. You know, as an economy, you guys can be. I mean, I would assume this could be even a currency, you know, something that you guys can, you know, the economy can, you know, maybe say this is worth X amount of credits, and you could maybe trade in these as well. So, I mean, we're going to leave that open to the community to see, you know, what happens there. I don't understand finances enough to really explain that any further, but I just assume, like, you know what I mean? Like, how many credits is a token worth, right? So you guys could kind of figure that out, and you guys can trade with these as well.
So just to show some of the other ones are the lost and found items, just a better close-up of them. So first off, we have triggering for dummies, which is Annie's lost and found item.
One token equals one ultra rare food rush. What? That's awesome, man. The art of triggering.
Yeah, so the icons before were just 2D pictures. What I'm trying to do is make them all into 3D models and then taking a picture from that so that they look a little bit nicer, flow a little bit better together. Here we have Phil's missing piece. And it's hard to see on the smaller version, but it's actually stamped property of Filbert Shipyards with a nice little picture of a Filbert on the side.
Nice. See, I didn't understand that Filbert was an actual thing. Like, I didn't realize it was a type of what is it? A type of hazelnut or something? Like a type of
It is a hazelnut.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I had no idea. I thought I thought it was the cartoon from the Sunday comics, and then after I realized it's Dilbert, not Filbert, and then I just felt stupid. I had no idea. I learned something.
Next up, we have the HHI Junker's license.
Awesome.
This is it still needs a little bit of tweaking, this one, just because of some of the materials on it.
Top head height.
Next up is the Anvil server guide. This one, you only makes its a presence just at the beginning, so you probably won't see this one a lot.
I just want that book, like, on my desk. Can I get a copy of that? Just to put that'd be awesome, man.
And then last but not least, for the ones that I've reworked, is XCal's clone chamber manual.
I don't want that on my desk. Oh, it's like the old clone chamber too. Oh.
It's everything you wanted to know about clone chambers. So that's what we've been working towards for the new season. Just trying to make things a little bit cleaner. Now that we've learned from previous seasons, our skills in our skill level, the people that we have to do this stuff, it just keeps growing.
Dude, hats off, man. Hats off to the server management team, all the admin team. Just, yeah, dude, like, welcome to Encryptoid, welcome to Matt CZ, welcome to Bobbin. Yeah. And then listen, so as well, guys, anybody that's a part of the Anvil community, that is interested in being in-game support help, if you think that you have the time to perform that, shoot me a DM. We consider, a number of things based on, if we give somebody admin. So, you would obviously probably need to be an ambassador already and some other things, but we would definitely love the help and some of that. There's different time zones, and we don't necessarily have admins that can always cover every time zone. So if that is an interest to you, shoot me a DM. I can't guarantee anything, obviously, but I would love to have, we would all love to have the help if it fits. So hey, what's up, Brig? How you doing, man? Right on time, sir. Good job. Way to get there at the tail end of the stream. Strife was like, did I miss the cue? Like, yeah, but you missed, like, everything. Luckily, you could press rewind, guys, and you can go back to the beginning. It's awesome. Getting that mojo back. Hell yeah, man. Just I guess we're pretty much done, right, Darkus?
Yeah, the stream, yes.
Yeah. So I
Not
would
done
I
the
would like to
season.
leave you guys with a couple things to think about. One is that I think especially after the stream, the excitement level is at its peak. Everybody's really really excited. They're ready to start season 4. Just just be mindful, be a little bit patient, understand that there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes, a lot of people working really hard to pull this off and make sure that everything runs smoothly. Our intention is always, and I said this in my post, is we're going to launch season 4 the best, most official way that we possibly can. What? That's my protein bar. You stole my protein bar? Sorry. My wife's like showing off that she stole my Anyway, so God, she just killed me. I don't know why did she do that? Just be patient, guys. Be patient with the admin team. I want to make sure that when we launch, like, we're good to go. Like, there's not going to be any issues. We're going to make sure that we test it. We test the server. We test the integrity of all the stuff we've added. We make sure everything works properly. And then, we're going to launch. We're going to give you guys notice that we are going to launch season 4. And, insanity will ensue from there. But just be mindful, guys. And then also be mindful of real life. We are a gaming community. People come here to chill, to escape, to get into what they love, which is Empyrion, which is gaming as a whole. Just understand that people are going through real life things. Maybe they're not disclosing that with you, but just approach everybody just understanding that there is a real life side to everybody, and just be respectful and stuff, and then just look out for each other as a whole, man. Check on people you haven't talked to in a while. Check on your strongest friends and whatnot. And I just hope that season 4 is freaking awesome, man. I hope that we all enjoy it. And yeah, I don't know what else to say, man. I'm just super excited, dude. Thanks to Darkest Warrior, to Krellas, of course, for we gotta have the most amazing multiplayer server. Not just Empyrion, man. Like, we have it's basically Optimus Prime, like, as a freaking server, dude. Like, it's insane. And that's big hype to Krellas, who provides this this server, this hardware, for the love of the Anvil. And my hat's off to him. I can't even begin to express how freaking awesome. I remember the day where I met him, I talked to him, and he just expressed that this is something that he wanted to do, and he's been interested in building a server for the game, and he thought that the Anvil community was the home for it, and ever since then it's just been amazing. So all love to Krellas, dude. Big hype. And Darkest, who's just put in an insane amount of work on all avenues, on all fronts, for the launching, for the upkeep, for just freaking everything, dude. So I'm freaking awesome, dude. My community admins, just the whole admin team, dude. The content admins, you guys that are putting in all the work for the assets and the missions. Advance appreciation for the in-game support admin team, who's going to be helping you guys out and keeping things moving. Event admin team, we're going to be doing some freaking awesome events, man. Our event schedule is going to be we're going to hope to be as clear and defined as we can. And the events in season 3 were freaking insane, dude. The pod race, the racing stuff, the kill rooms, and just there was so many really awesome notable events that happened in season 3, and I just can't wait for what happens in season 4. Pear and all the work he's done for Anvil City. Support Anvil streamers, guys. I am not at all the only streamer in Anvil. We have dozens and dozens of Anvil streamers, people that are going to be playing in the server, people that are not only going to play in the server, but they're part of the community. You know, these guys are content creators. Last night we had Bastard Ferg. He was streaming, and we got him up to 50 followers, so he's an affiliate now. Big hype to Bastard Ferg. Yeah, guys, stream, man. Stream the server. Stream content, man. There's people that just want to watch Anvil community server content all freaking day, man. So, and I'll raid Anvil streamers first all the time, as I always do. So, Rig's gonna be back streaming. Awesome. And I'm sorry if I didn't read all the chat. I know I had admins in there that were answering questions and stuff. If there is any questions that weren't answered and nobody picked it up in the stream, please put it in server discussion, Darkus. Is that the place to put it?
Server general chat's probably the best.
Let's do it. Server general chat, and
but
yeah.
just give it a day or two, because now that the PDA stuff's been reworked, I'll put it out into a PDF form. And that may answer the question, so just give it until at least the weekend, please.
or just spam the channel to your heart's content, but we won't answer you until we...
There's only one question I will not answer, and that's when does the season start?
Yes, guys. Like I said, it's gonna start when it's right, and it's not gonna be that far away. But when it's right, that's when it's gonna launch. So
yeah, and just to throw it out there, to touch on one of the points that you raised earlier, we're trying our best to make sure that it's as stable as possible before we start it. For those of you that have been playing a single player game of Reforged Eden 1.7, you already know there's been 4 or 5 hot fixes that have come out. We're just trying to make sure that most of that stuff's ironed out before we launch the server. That's part of what we do to ensure that we can have a good running server for as long as we do.
Dude, don't sleep on the fact that Season 3 lasted 7 months and it was still playable. No other server has done that. I mean, we're here for quality. We're here for the community, and solid gameplay, man. We're not here to attract the huge clans that come and go. That's not what our server's about, so... Exactly, Bowman, exactly. All right, guys. I mean, I think that's it. Thanks everybody for being here. Of course, big hype for all the hype, all the gift subs, the bits. You guys are freaking awesome as always. Yeah, I will check you guys probably later tonight. I'll probably stream tonight, but yeah, I'll be working on my starter stuff, so I'll probably start doing some build series here as we're getting closer. Don't hype the hype. You guys have a good one. Thanks again, Darkest Warrior.
Anytime.
Stay tuned for the raids. Thanks for that follow there, Dad Lucas. Hey, are those gift subs? Like it's happening and it's not even registering. It's so freaking awesome. Thanks, Lemus. Appreciate that, man. Jeff with the bits. Oh, wait, go Army beat Navy. No. Negative, shipmate. Gift subs popping. You guys have hyped OBS to where it doesn't work anymore. I don't know what's going on. Dragon PC popping off gift subs. Is that from before?
I think so. I think they're from earlier.
Like it just caught up. It's like, okay. All right. Bro. Oh, I like this guy. Mass and CPU on hardcore stream. All right, guys, stay tuned for the raid. Guys, this guy's got 1 viewer. I love raiding people with 1 viewer, man. Let's throw 60 at him. Big hype to Dragon PC.